Off to LimaPhoto in Miraflores today. It's a large photo fair of artists from around South America, galleries representing various artists from around South America. Should be an interesting exhibition.
Por lo menos 20 kilómetros por galón.
Talking with Jane Corkin at the Corkin Gallery from Toronto, Canada. Okay.
Laurie Nudick works with issues of identity. This particular work is from a body of work called Felonious. For Nudick, it's interesting that she thinks that people believe that when you make a portrait, you understand something about the sitter. And her comment is that, of course, it's not true because you don't know anything about her from the self-portrait. The work is filmic in its quality. She has 3 images in a row. You can see she becomes at moments invisible. As a lesbian, Nudick was trying to work out her identity and issues of her becoming an adult and dealing with her own identity and sexuality. They have a sense of humor, they have a sense of categorization. Nudick is interested in issues, her identity, she looks at how the fish are attracted to the lure, and in fact how the fishermen are also attracted to the lure. These beautiful objects are categorized by their names: super suspending robe, lady lipstick, the bully. These are names that are given to these lures, and the same names are used everywhere in the world. Andreas Marroquin.
Okay.
His body of work on the collectivos is important in its idea of the Peruvian society and the way that without public transportation, the only way for people to get into smaller communities, for people to get from one place to another, are with these old Dodges, these old 70s repurposed American cars. Marroquin collects these cars, and he makes a comment about how they're used for transportation, both for people and for, in this particular case, in the fishing industry. Marroquin, the collectivo, has a sense of humor because you have La Gata, which is carjack, and you see the cat, which is just, with a sense of humor, placed at exactly that moment for him to make a photograph. He has a great sense of humor, a great sense of finding and comments on the Peruvian society. He has allowed me to understand that his country is a very large desert. The south has its blurred landscapes, comment on the desert, the rainforest, the coast. His body of work allows people in Peru and outside Peru to understand some of the ideas, the concepts, and the land that creates this country.
And where is your gallery from, and the name of your gallery?
The name of the gallery is Gallery Unique, and is from France. We are in Paris. Marcel's blog. Here you have a booth of Gallery Unique. You have here 4 artists that are presenting their recent work on the narrative. I think you have in front of you Evelyn Merino. She is a great great photographer from Peru. She's in her 30s, 30 years old, and she's always taking pictures from above, from parapet, helicopter. And here it's a new series in black and white from the desert of Ica in Peru. You have after Jérôme Combe, who is a French photographer, who is a young artist who made a trip a few years ago to Italy, to Lake of Como with friends, and he retreated his trip with a lot of freshness, of spontaneous situation. Margaret Wimmer is from Austria. She's in her 50s years old, and she is always in photography, mixing the relationship to the body and to fashion, with situations always unusual, a big strength, big work on light. She's a master traditional photography student. And the great star here is Georges Rousse. Georges Rousse is big master, French photographer, big master in perspective with specific photography. So it's why he's intervening in abandoned places, and he's going all over the world, and he's going to destroy walls, paint the whole space. Here, for instance, in this picture, the walls, the ground, what is up, all over the world, and well, he's going to intervene totally in the space, and at the end of all this process of performance and intervention, he's going to take the photograph.
And Diego, you have some photographs here to show us today.
Yes, I have 7 pictures hanging in the wall, all made by 4 by 5 inches camera, film, and they are fine art printing in the darkroom. Of course, I do my own printing and my own toning, and my own framing, everything. We do everything in there. I born in Buenos Aires, yes.
Yeah?
I live in Buenos Aires 9 months a year and 3 months a year in Patagonia.
Is this your first time to photograph, to exhibit in Lima?
Peru? Yes,
In
it's
Peru?
my first time here in Peru.
Yeah. Where else have you exhibited?
Oh.
All over.
Do you have time? Europe, United States, Brazil, Uruguay, Argentina. Okay. Well, thank you. This is it's a glacier, a big glacier that we have in a national park called National Park of Glaciers. It's a full moon over the glacier. There was a shoot that I made at 3 in the morning at night with a really freezy collection of a book called National Parks of Argentina, and this is the picture of the cover of the book. So this picture is in the National Museum of Buenos Aires and in many collections in Kodak in the United States. A series of nudes that I made. I want to work with one camera, one lens, one light, and one model during 1 year. So during this year I produced the show. I want to explain to the people that the important thing is the Indian and not the arrow. Actual part of the national park. This is a lake called Mascardi Lake. This is an old bench that you used to take out big boats. The Apple. It's a studio work that I made making a class of lighting. When I finished the class, I said, "Whoa, I made a mistake. I made a good picture." So I made in the studio with a big format camera. Okay, this is 2 exposures in the same negative. I made 2 exposures in the same negative. First, I exposed the round circle in the back, and then I exposed the flower or the leaf in a different situation. That's why you can get this different atmosphere in the 2 pictures of the ages. The plate in the back is in focus, and in the rose, the plate in the back is out of focus. Is to make okay.
Getting
And this is Carmel Valley in Carmel, in the Ansel Adams house. You know Ansel Adams, the photographer? It's perhaps one of the best photographers in the history of photography. He invented the zone system. No, it's a very, doesn't matter. So he's a finer printer and a very good photographer, really.
Okay.
Incredible. And a great teacher.
Okay. Gracias, Diego.
Gracias a tú.
Okay. Buen día.
Buen día.
Okay.
I'm the director at Y Gallery. We have a presentation here in LimaPhoto this year with a mix of recognized artists and younger. So here we have the work of Javier Silva, a master of Peruvian photography, recognized internationally in the best museums in the US, recently acquired by the Paris Museum in Miami. He's in the collection of the Brooklyn Museum, among others. And then we have an iconic artist represented by the gallery, Brian Brown. Here's the work of Brian Brown.
Brian Brown.
Yeah, the work of Brian Brown, iconic to the gallery. It's a series of reenactments of famous poses by different painters like Jasper Jones, Ad Reinhardt, Gerard Richter. The person performing is Brian Brown himself, and he's using famous photographs from the last century to create this new work. Then we have the work of Cecilia Jurado, a Peruvian artist living in New York, and it's a very interesting piece since she's taking photographs from the coast of Lima with an analogic camera that is not common anymore, but she took the photos first at 4 a.m., then at 4:30, then at 5 a.m., and then at 5:30 from the same place. So you can see these beautiful colors. Of abstraction in photography. They are part of a series he made in the early 60s before this temple opened. And then finally we have the work of another contemporary Peruvian artist that lives in New York. His name is Alberto Borea, and it's the most conceptual work we have at the booth right now. Since we're applying gold leaf and silver leaf, he's trying to give back to Peru what the Spanish conquistadores took. It's a very smart work.
you.
This is Impacto Gallery. This year in LimaPhoto we have three artists. The main artist here is Lorenzo Ituri, an Italian photographer, who made this series about Ripley Road Market area. And this is about how gentrification is slowly changing how the market operates, and it's starting to adopt international health laws that are obviously impacting on the market's identity. So it began as an African immigrant market, and now it's becoming something much more, becoming something that it wasn't before. And so this is an attempt to sort of freeze that identity before it's lost completely. And he uses found objects from the market that are already discarded, and he composes these structures, not only the fruit itself, but also the market's identity.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.